I already hit the button.
All right, you hate us. It's fine.
I do.
It's
Fucking woman hater.
Correct.
Yo.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Oh my god. Anyways.
Time to restart again.
Yeah. And no. So last time, you guys beat Sanguinius. I don't really know what else to put here. You guys beat Sanguinius, closed the portal, save the mom, get the crown, save the town of Mr. Krabs. I don't know why that popped in my head.
Hooray!
Now that we're
We have facial hair.
now that we're men. But
I changed my underwear.
correct. Not me. So close the portal. There were some losses. Because for every round the portal was open, there were more mind flayers pouring through. But after getting onto the surface, dealing with Sanguinius, Nowhere came back to life. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
After
Our power-ups.
brief conversation with himself, and then Kirik entering some sort of new elemental state. The party returned to the surface to find Ravely's father dead, and Ravely's mother saying that there was some stranger who had come to help. After reviving Ravely's father with the sword Steel, who is very willing to lend a hand, the party met a stranger who revealed himself to be Callum's twin brother that he didn't know he had. There were some jokes made.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's kind of where we left off. Ghost is losing.
Take that little bastard out.
Give me a second. I think let me check his water.
Don't let him out, man. He doesn't go out very much. He can't handle it.
I know. Stop. Why did you yell at me?
Alright.
Man, what? Why don't you just grab him out of there? Let him hang on.
Well, he hasn't shit today. And also, he did not like the way I
Ew.
grabbed him, so immediately. It's fine. I'll get him out another time. But yeah, we now come back to after the conversation with your brother.
We were starting to take care of the village and stuff.
Yep. A stabilized, not stabilized, preserved Sanguinius body, which at this point has been wrapped in these large leaves to kind of keep the sight and the smell out of.
Ooh, yeah.
Well,
Burnt corpse.
I feel like the spell would probably also preserve, would at least dampen
What
the
spell?
smell, help with that. But has been just to keep the eyes of others off of him. So, but Kirik, you still have a point of exhaustion. You are all very tired. But
I'm
Ravely,
going to sit down in the grass while they're all doing their thing.
yeah, Ravely, your mother is just sitting with your father.
But he's back now, right?
Yes, they are still kind of just sitting on the shore while all this chaos is happening.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to him then.
All right. You walk over, and he's just kind of like leaned into her arms, and she's just sitting there holding him.
I'm just gonna sit down next to him and not say anything.
All right. As you do, your mom, as you sit down, she looks over at you, just worn smile after everything that's happened in the last hour. Yeah, put that in perspective.
She revived. Her husband died. He revived, and
An invasion of tentacled
squid people,
aliens. Yeah.
squid humanoid alien things.
Yep. It's been a lot.
Grizzly, no.
And just looks at you, puts her arm around you, and brings you in, being mindful to keep you like kind of away from your dad as much as she can, but still kind of leaning into you. I'm so proud. We can talk more tomorrow, but I'm so proud of you. And just kind of holds you there.
I'm just gonna lay my head on top of hers.
And as you do that, a small little
My bird. My
comes
pebble.
and flies in front of you and just hovers there and drops to the ground and just pecks the ground.
Very pebble coated.
Um,
I don't have any seed to throw at him, so I'm just gonna let him do his thing.
and well, your mother says, well, "Hello, little one. What are you doing here?" She holds out her finger, and immediately Pebble goes and rests on her finger. And she's like, "You were quite the help today, weren't you?" If you remember, Pebble flew out above the water, tapped it, and that's when you were able to go through the pool.
Oh yeah, Pebble did do that.
Yes.
That's my fucking bird.
She says, Where are my dice? There we go. Yep. All right. And then kind of lets her finger rest as Pebble and lands back on your shoulder and kind of like nuzzles into the side of your neck and just kind of like puffs up and just
Good night, Pebble.
Is there anything else? Anything else anyone is wanting to do for the night?
Can I get up also and go find some seeds for my Pebble child?
Easily enough. You don't even really have to get up. You find some hanging, like scraping out from the bottom of your bag, just somewhere in the bottom of it. It's like, oh yeah, these are getting everywhere. Just this.
Okay.
When I fall asleep, I'm gonna pass the fuck out quickly
Mm-hmm.
and wonder what my samurai companion would say.
Okay. But your mom, after a moment of you feeding Pebble, say, "Ravelly, where'd you find that bird?"
You remember the one I used to draw when I was younger?
Yes.
He just kind of appeared one day.
I was about to say it looks familiar.
Yeah. The drawings that you used to take with you.
Interesting. Kat,
that
do
was
you
Pebble.
remember where you got Pebble from?
I remember that Pebble just kind of appeared. It
Well-
was before the horses.
Feywild.
Yes, because you
Mhm.
weren't there for that session. When you guys exited the brother's tomb or prison, that bird met you in the forest and hid in your bag as you passed through the portal.
Oh. Yeah, I did not remember that.
Yeah. Figured I'd give
I've
you a
just been-
reminder. Because I know you weren't there, so I was like, hang on a second.
I've just been treating it as he just appeared.
Sure. Well, that's what happened.
Technically.
But your mother says, interesting. I feel like there's more to him than either of us can see. But well,
Wait till I tell you about who's been visiting me.
she kind of like cocks her head, like an interested acknowledgement. Like, how about we save all of these conversations for tomorrow? Because I want to
Okay.
hear about everything that you've done, dear.
Okay.
And when I say everything, I mean I want to hear about everything.
Okay. Prepare some tea then. It's gonna be a long conversation.
I plan on it. And she kind of like pulls your head in and gives you a kiss on the forehead. Well, considering it seems like both of us came back from the dead, I would like to sleep.
That's valid. That's valid.
Are you ready, dear?
As would I.
As she kind of gives like her tone changes a bit more stern. Like, are you ready, dear? Talking to your dad. He says, yes, I'd like to go to sleep. And as she helps him up, he looks at you, he says, Ravelly. And then your mom stops him. She's like, tomorrow, sweetie. Tomorrow. Yes, you're right. Good night, all of you, and thank you for everything. You've done great work. Whatever was happening beneath, you've done great work. And kind of limps off towards their house. Cat, I need to adjust your camera.
Why?
No, because you're just like, on my end, you're like this. In
that's
the
kinda where it
camera
was at.
frame. Well,
Hold on.
it's fine. But
We can fix that.
Kirik, so you're just laying out in the grass at the moment?
Yeah, I'm currently, because we're not going to bed yet, right? This is while Kat's
Not
talking
yet.
with her parents.
Yeah.
I'm sitting Indian style, sword across my lap, just slumped.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Fighting the sleep.
Callum, your brother is with you. Sensory videos
Oh
are
joy.
important.
Very.
So, hang on. Let me turn off. Let me put in a note. Do not disturb, so I don't get notifications. All right. But your brother is with you, and at the mention of sleep, he says, "You all wouldn't have anywhere I could sleep, perhaps?"
Yes, we do. You just follow me.
I
I'll guide us. I'll guide you.
All right. And is there any? Is anyone making dinner tonight, or are we?
Probably. No. Though.
Yeah, because
I'll
technically,
probably
by the
have
time
something.
I think by the time the ritual happened, I think we said it was like 5 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it's
So
still
I
technically
probably
a
would
bit
have.
early.
They probably would have something. Probably not much though. Though I don't know who's making it. I mean, I don't really have anything.
All right.
But I guarantee we can find something around.
Okay.
Ask somebody. Who
I
knows?
don't want to oppose, but I'm so hungry.
To be honest, I don't know either. But we'll find something.
All right.
When's the last time you actually ate?
Well, an actual meal. Hang on a second. An actual meal. It was probably back in Fendral's Crossing. There was an inn there that I ate at that had decent food, but that's been a minute.
I know this will take us like a few hours to get to the city, right?
No, it takes about a day.
A day? Okay.
A day
Alright.
to get to Hofflin.
Well, we'll probably end up helping recovery or just like cleaning up around here, and then I plan to head to Hoffland tomorrow to pick up my new set of armor.
Okay. And nowhere at this point is still kind of sitting with Sanguinius and the wrapped body. He's just kind of staring at it.
And don't worry, we'll figure something out.
Oh, I know, but it's.
But
I still need to tell you all what happened, but I'll leave that for
save
another
it
day.
for later. Don't care.
I'm sorry. What was that? Your brother's like, what?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just a little joke.
It's a dick move, Callum.
Indeed.
Adrian's like, are you all right? Talking to Norris. I don't know. Tell me, would you be able to cast that preservation spell again whenever it's needed? He's like, yeah, I could if I'm still around. Yeah. He's like, I very much appreciate that. I believe he has unfinished business, but we'll get there when we get there. Yeah, sure. I'm glad to help. Well, are we ready for bed? I know
Very much.
I returned from the dead, but I am exhausted.
Yeah.
I second that.
Ravelly,
Yup.
you ready for bed?
Yes.
All right.
I would like to nap after everything.
That's fair. So, if you guys wish, you can head back to Ravelly's hut, and I'll go to bed for the night. Nowhere does say he's going to take some time before bed to identify the staff. And Bryce already has that information, so I'll let him deal with that. But sleep comes to all of you at some points, various points. You can see Adrian is still kind of weirded out about the whole, or still trying to figure out the whole situation of like, I have some stuff. I can be over here. It's good. He's like off in the corner as far away as he can possibly be, just to try and give you guys some space. And he's like, yeah, but there's nothing else, you guys can all mark a long rest on your character sheet. Matthew,
What?
you can mark a long rest on your character
Yes.
sheet.
I am, in fact, doing that.
And I'll mark it on.
Your girl needed one so bad.
I'll mark it on nowheres as well.
Yes, Troy, give me 1 second. There you go.
Plate sheets. Nowhere. Technically, he just got a long rest not too long ago. There we go.
So do we get the long rest?
Yes.
Dope.
And Kirik, as you go to sleep for the night, you think to that state that you entered, leaving you exhausted afterwards, all of that heat and raw power just surging through you. But also, it didn't feel like it was you. It's a weird feeling. But as you kind of try to think about what that dream figure would have to say, you kind of think to it, trying to get an answer, and nothing. Just the darkness of sleep as it takes you. But with that, you all wake up. Wake up, everyone dies. No. Adrian kills everyone. No, I'm just kidding.
Adrian or Adrenis?
Adrian.
Adrian.
Oh, Adrenis is still here. Thank you for reminding me.
Merry Christmas.
Adrenis has also another hut was found for Adrenis to sleep in for the night because to be frank, Bradley, yours is getting kind of packed.
We do have a lot of people.
Far more than it is OSHA rated for. Yeah, the homeowners association is not going to like how many people you have in there.
You know what? They can bring it up with my father.
But as you all awake,
HOA, Hut Owners Association.
Yep. But as you wake up,
Thank you.
you find that Adrian isn't there.
What?
His equipment is his armor. His armor and everything is gone, but his gear is still there.
Oh, okay.
But there's anything you would like to do this morning?
Well, I
Eat.
guess I'll, yeah, he probably went to go eat early or something.
Yeah.
Let's go find him because I could do with food too.
Well, we don't know what he's doing, but that could be something. We'll ask around the association.
Yeah.
The
But
Hut Owners Association.
as you step outside, you don't have to look far to find him. As you step out onto this balcony, you look down and he's helping lift logs through the village. It seems that he woke up before everyone has just been helping clean up from the events of the night before.
Yeah, I think we kind of slept in, fellas. We should probably get down there.
I think I like your brother more than I like you.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Kirik, with that long rest, you should have. You no longer have a point of exhaustion.
Yes.
I don't know. By the way, you can mark exhaustion in your character sheet if you guys didn't know that.
I did not. Where?
Yes.
If you go to, I believe it's your health. No, it's
Where's status and effects? I know that's a page.
condition. Yeah, so go to conditions.
Where is conditions?
It's underneath your health.
Ah, there we go.
So, conditions, and then scroll all the way down, and you can mark a point. Keep in mind, if you get to 6 points of exhaustion, you die. So,
That's all it says. You die. Period.
yeah. So, exhaustion's fun, except not really. But, yeah, you see Adrian helping clean up the grove. He's lifting logs, broken limbs, getting them out of the way. And you also see your mother, Ravelly, doing the same. Kind of walking and catches up to him and talks with him for a moment. And then she kind of gives him a direction to put stuff down somewhere, and she heads off and helps somebody else. The grove is more alive than usual. It seems with the return of your mother and the ritual that was completed, though there is a still sense of somberness at the losses. While some people were able to be brought back, not everyone was able to be saved.
How many folks total did die?
I believe it was 4.
That's 4 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you didn't know the 4.
Okay.
At least not personally. You had seen them before, just around, but not in a personal sense.
Okay.
But as he sets down these limbs, you can see he's kind of like, no, because it's, you can see he's kind of bundled up a little bit more than he was the night before, because, as a reminder, it is winter. It is like the end of the year.
Yeah, that's valid.
So as you step outside, you are all hit with a bit of, like, start to cool a bit.
How do I like view that part in the calendar? Sorry. As the chronomancer, how do I view that it's like nearly the end of the year?
It should, like, just based on the month you guys are in, it should just be the end. Like, it rolls over into the. We can look at it later. Just sorry. But it is the day after the solstice, so for you to mark that if you want to write that down somewhere or something, I don't know. But as he sets these down, he looks up and sees, "Hey!" And just kind of acknowledges and waves to all of you. Nowhere, waking up says, well, if you need me, let me know, but I think I just wish to spend the day catching up on some reading. If there's nothing, he's not here. I'm not gonna drag him around. If you need my help with any of this, with any spells, just let me know, but if not, I would like to take the day to rest and figure some stuff out.
That's fair.
Alright. But the day is yours.
We will rebuild. Never forget.
And as you enter the grove, you can already see that there already is a kind of shrine for those people that were lost. Tucked off somewhere near the reflection pool, there's these beautiful white flowers that have been laid down and 4 polished white stones that have been left with it as well. But eventually your mother catches you, Reveille, and says, Reveille? Dear? And she calls out to you. And just hearing your mom's voice again, you didn't think that being gone so long that you would miss hearing it so much. But all those months away, and it just kind of like faded out. But hearing it again is like, oh yeah, this is what that warmth feels like. That kind of just comfort that comes with it. And
Feels like home.
Hmm?
Feels like home.
Yep. So she walks out. She runs over to you, leaves whatever she was doing hands it off to somebody, runs over to you. Well, first off, I want to say thank you again, and I would love to meet all of your friends. I know last night was a bit hectic, to say the least. But if I could invite you all to breakfast, because it is about 11 this morning. I can invite you all to breakfast.
Love me some breakfast.
I would love to
make
get
sure
to
you bring your
know
brother.
all of you. What?
Callum, make sure you bring your brother.
Yep. I'll get him if he's not already here.
He actually, as you go to look for him, you see him kneel down next to a small child that seems to have scraped their knee, and he's like trying to comfort them, and you watch as he rests a hand over where the scrape was, and this glowing yellow light appears for a moment and then gone. And as he pulls the hand away, the scrape is gone, and this small child is just like full of glee, and she like jumps up, hugs him for a second, and then runs back off, probably about to scrape her knee again. And he kind of like looks up and he says, gets up, runs over to all you. Good morning.
Breakfast time.
He like tries to hide some excitement and then brings the composure back. I would love some breakfast.
Yes, it's time.
Breakfast.
But she doesn't lead you all back to her home. She leads you guys, and Ravel, you know this. She leads you to a small, the base of this tree. This large tree itself has been hollowed out at the base to form some kind of meeting area or congregation hall or something of the like. But today it is used to serve breakfast to the friends of the daughter of the leader of the grove. And after a few minutes, you okay, Kat?
It sounded like somebody fell out there. I got really concerned because it was a ladder.
Oh boy.
I'm fine. We're fine.
Okay.
Sorry.
After a few moments, your mother gets you all of you set up at the table and grabs food along with your father. They all bring food in, and after a few moments, you are all greeted to a wonderful breakfast of. Ravelly, what would be breakfast here?
Plants, not animals.
What What kind of plains?
I feel like they would serve
Like a quiche,
fried
right?
figs. Oh, I could see that too, low key.
Some kind of like odd
Mushrooms?
quiche. Mushrooms.
Definitely mushrooms, fried figs, salads, whole shebang.
It's breakfast, so
Have you not had a breakfast salad?
I don't eat salad.
Okay, too sure.
But yes, there's like this quiche kind of food that you find off in one corner. There's some type of cooked mushrooms. It looks delicious. Depending on all of your versions
Where's
of
the piston lever?
tolerance. You good, Kyle?
We're good.
But as you all begin to eat breakfast, your mother says, "Well, I would love to get to know all of you, since it seems as though you have all saved us, and whatever might have transpired in the meantime." And you, looks at you, Callum, brought my husband back to me, so for that I thank you dearly. Well, I thank you a little bit.
It was Steel, not me.
I'm sorry, Steel?
Yeah, it's the sword. That's it. That's its name. It talks to me. I'm not crazy, I swear.
She kind of looks at you, Ravelly.
Neither of us really
All
believe
heard
him
it.
either.
Very well. Steel also says to you while you're saying this, he's like, "Sire, I would like to remind you that no one else can hear me while I am in your possession."
Yes, I understand that.
Haven't I heard him when I held him?
Yes.
Okay.
You all just hear him say, "Yes, I understand that," to nothing.
Callum, how does your sword work?
It's a sword, but he talks.
Yeah.
His name's Steel. He's very magical and chivalrous. Knightly.
Nowhere has also joined. So I assume somebody went and got
Honorable.
Nowhere.
Yeah. He's tagging along.
Okay. And she just kind of goes around the table, and she says, and so, well, what is your name? Looking to you, Callum.
Oh, I'm Callum. Dawnforged at the moment, I suppose.
At the moment.
My name,
You are an
my name's
interesting
a
one,
little
aren't you?
smidge, I should say.
I understand. And I'm assuming the one that looks extremely similar to you is your brother, and our savior
indeed.
as well. And Adrian's like, "Hi, yeah, this is a recent thing, so it's gonna be a bit odd for all of us. So I understand." Well, Adrian, thank you. And you, and gestures to Nowhere. I'm Nowhere. Just Nowhere? Yes, just Nowhere. It's complicated. It's also not my name, but it is my name, and it's a whole thing.
Wait, Nowhere's not your name?
Well, it is, but it's also, the other Nowhere's name.
So it's not your name, but it's not your name.
It's not my name, but it is my name, but it wasn't my name at first. Whatever. My name is
Extremely
Nowhere.
convoluted.
Okay. And you, gesturing to Kirik.
I'm Kirik. I think Ravely and I traveled the longest before we got to the group.
Understandable. And
After everything happened, he was the first person that I ran into.
By chance.
Or fate, whichever you want to decide.
I understand.
True.
And your father just kind of shifts uncomfortably. This is very good. Thank you for the breakfast. And your mother's like, you're welcome. Giving a hard demeanor there. Everything just kind of gets quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would love to hear about everything that has happened to you, dear, since I've been out and also in the last few months.
Okay. I'm gonna go over basically everything since meeting up with Kirik.
Mm-hmm.
All the way to now, emphasizing the horse, emphasizing this nowhere's situation.
And Nowhere chimes in to help with the parts that he knows about.
Yeah. And then meeting Valuta and everything like that.
Yeah.
Seducing the Crown's Guard and that one.
Seducing.
Okay, you cannot tell me.
Not the
that
right
was not
Charming
flirty
or
there.
seducing? I
Both.
thought you charmed.
It was
the Crown's
Xanthus.
Guard.
Keep in mind.
Both of them.
Okay.
Both of
Is it Ravely or Jack
them.
talking?
Leave that alone. Talking about Pebble and then going into extreme detail, getting really excited about Nina and Sanine.
Gotcha. The entire time she is listening intently, and her face is a journey of emotions, trying to decipher and understand everything that you tell her. And because at this point you have all finished your food, she starts off here, and just kind of and eventually just is back in her chair, just trying to process everything that you've thrown at her. And she says, well, you've certainly not had a boring time, from what I can tell. And did you go into anything beneath the grove, or are you leaving it there?
I'm gonna say we kind of left off there. I alluded to
Okay.
things, but I would rather her ask than me just tell her about the
Okay.
damage.
Well, sounds like your life has certainly been exciting. So you all have been together for how long now?
How long has it been?
Timekeeper?
Couple months?
I want to
When
say
did we all meet?
I have it marked.
Do you? Okay,
I'm pretty sure it's been a couple months.
By rough estimation,
Like 2 or 3.
I'm gonna say probably around 3-ish. Technically longer because weird Fey time, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. Because you guys were gone for 2 months.
Sans Cup is there. Civilization.
Wait, so we were gone for 2 months in the Feywild, but only gone for 2 weeks
No.
in our time?
Yeah. It wasn't even that. You were gone for 2 days. A day. 2 days, maybe.
But 2 months in the Feywild.
Correct.
Got it.
Or you went in, you spent 2 days in there, you came out, it's been 2 months.
Okay, so the opposite of what I said.
Yes.
Got it.
I can find it here in a minute, Kat.
You do not have it marked. You have a lot of things marked, but you
No.
do not have. Oh, you do. You do. It's okay, the 11th. 1, 2. It's been approximately 5 months, almost to the day.
But 2 months in the Feywild, so about 3 months. So you all been together for how long?
I'm still gonna say 5 months.
Technically 5 months.
That's right, technically, because you can't. I understand. Yes.
We went through the Feywild for a little while.
Give me just a minute.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
This lets me create meth.
Sorry, I was told there was a weird noise at the door, so I had to go check. Okay. So 5 months. Yes, because of the Feywild, and I understand. I think, well, maybe. Not sure. It's all quite a lot to take in. Well, I guess I'll ask. Do you all have a goal, or are you all just? Because you all
At this
seem
point?
fairly competent.
After this, yeah, I'd say so too. But I don't know. I know there's stuff probably going on at my home.
And you are from Nara?
Mm-hmm.
Very well.
Because there were a couple of our soldiers out in the woods. The thing was the boulier. Got him? The worm
Yes,
thing?
the creature.
Boule.
Yeah.
Ugh, she kind of rubs
Pour him up real good.
rubs her arm as like a ghost pain. Yes. That was something. Well, I must say, the last time I saw soldiers here or soldiers of your type were probably about 50 years ago. Something along
Were
the
the
lines.
Were the corpses that we saw fresh?
Yes.
I thought they were.
Semi-fresh.
Okay.
But you got to keep in mind, by the time you guys found them, she would have already been out.
Dead. Just about.
She would have been knocked out by that time.
Okay.
Still.
Yeah, these were fresh, like, you know, a day or two. So I'm not really sure why they were here.
That was odd indeed.
Can I do a history check and just see if there's any political reason? Because I know with the Civil War and everything that happened with the old emperor.
Are you trying to figure out like the time that she's talking about, or why they would be here?
The time that both. The time she was talking about, and also why they would be here now.
Okay.
If I would have any guesses.
I'll say
so history.
I'll
and
say
then,
for
like,
the time she's talking about, a history check. For the time that
Okay.
for trying to figure out why these guys might be here, make an intelligence.
9 for the time that she was talking about. So, anything?
Roll the intelligence.
15 for the intelligence.
Trying to recall back to like 50 years ago or around that time. You already know of the Rendon War and how there was Nara had its own stake in it, but you don't know why they would have been here. As for why the group that you found would be here on a 15, it seemed the best you can discern is some kind of scouting party, but for what you're not sure.
Interesting.
That's as much as you can pull.
Okay.
Well, but yes, and come to think of it, it was just one of you, or one soldier from your home, but that was so long ago. The history, no. Well, what about you, young man? And looks at you, Callum. Do you have any goals, or are you just tagging along as well?
I do have goals, but they'll probably happen a little later on. I can only imagine.
Well, what are they, if I might ask, or if you do not wish to answer, it's fine.
I prefer not right now because I'm very mixed up, I feel.
It has been a confusing few days, I can imagine, for some of you. And for you, and looks to Adrian, I mean, I kind of just found them yesterday. Found him, I guess, and like gestures you. So I don't really know at this point. I'm just kind of figuring stuff out now. I mean, that's figuring stuff out is a goal of sorts. And nowhere. What was your goal? Nowhere, kind of seeming looking off a little bit, just kind of like distracted. Well, I suppose now that things with Sanguinius are done, we had talked about possibly seeing about getting some people home, but I'm still gonna have to think on that one. Well,
Do you have a means to do it?
I don't know. Don't know. But they've waited this long, so I'm sure they're not in any hurry.
Damn.
But that's also if any of them want to go home. So who knows? We'll figure it out later. Well, wanting to help others is joy in its own. And finally gets to you, Ravelly. And do you know what you would like to do now?
I think that I still have some searching to do before I can say that. I know that I enjoy being out amongst others as much as I love you. I do enjoy being around others aside from just us.
That is wonderful to hear. And I'm so happy that you have found something that you love to do. And your father just kind of like gets a real awkward pose and just is not even looking at anybody. He's just kind of staring at his plate of half-eaten food. I'm sorry. Could we have a word with Ravali alone?
Of course.
I scarf what I can on my plate real quick as I get up.
Thank you. So you all kind of shuffle out. Are you guys going anywhere, or are you just hanging out around the outside?
On the outside.
Yeah, outside probably.
Is anybody trying to listen in on this conversation? Because
Not
there is
try.
no door.
If I hear it, I hear it. I hear it. If I don't, I don't.
We'll make a perception check. We'll go off of that.
Okay. Let's do it. 15.
15. I'll say you'll be able to pick up bits and pieces.
Okay.
Because there is no door itself. It is mostly just similar to Ravali's. It is leaves that have been fitted, like one of those bead doors on on like beads hanging in the doorway kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The hippie houses.
But if Callum, what are you and Adrian doing?
I'll probably talk to him about. I'll ask him a few things about one of the reasons why he came to find me, I suppose.
Okay, we'll get to that in a moment. No worries. Like, I'm gonna head back to Ravali's home. Still need to figure some things out. Then he heads off. Now, Ravali. So you still have your mother's staff, correct? Okay. And since your father asked this, your mother has just given like a disdainful face, but like looks back to you with just warmth. Your friends seem nice.
I would say so as well.
A bit odd, but that's not the worst thing.
Boko.
Considering Odd helped to save the grove.
I mean, absolutely. As I said, it's not a bad thing. Did you have something you wanted to say, dear? With not really like looking at him, just kind of looking in his direction.
And I'm obviously tense at this point, waiting
Yeah.
to shoot the trap.
Yep. Ravali, there is something you should know. I want to say that there is nothing that I could do to apologize or to make up for what I have done to you. But I want you to know why I did it. I'm sorry I killed him.
Not sorry enough to not do it, though.
Ravali, please let him explain. Though he has reasons that... Dear. Do you know what our tribe used to do? Before your mother... Before... you were born?
I'm going to assume from what we've seen down low that we just collected the knowledge. We essentially were the ones who held on to everything power within.
Yes and no. before you were born and before your mother came in, became the leader, we were knowledge seekers. Not librarians per se, but keepers of foreign and ancient knowledge that we'd hope to keep through another calamity should something as awful as that happen again. This was the goal that my mother, the previous leader, had, and the leader before her. But you also know that sometimes starseers, such as myself and your grandmother, can receive visions or some future telling of something that may happen by divining through the stars. We were knowledge seekers before, but your grandmother ended anything that would be resembling of that, to where we hoarded what knowledge we had and refused to let anybody know of it, know of us. Out of fear. Because, you see, he catches himself on his words. And your mother picks up. Your grandmother, your father's mother, saw something that terrified her enough to close off the grove entirely. You see, we would allow outsiders of all kinds before I was leader. And I followed with your grandmother's traditions, or your grandmother's will, to keep it closed. And your father, she said that she saw the end of the grove by the hand of an outsider that would walk amongst us and would take away everything that I loved. And so, whenever she saw that and knew of it, she decided no more outsiders. So when you brought your love into our home, I thought he would be the end of us. But it is apparent, and his voice shakes, it is apparent that I let fear and hatred blind me to the fact that I had ruined your life. When, in fact, it was never your love that was the one to destroy us. It was that man. That one that hurt your mother. I'm so sorry. And there's nothing that I could ever do to make it right, nor should it be right. But if I could trade him for me, I would.
You shouldn't have the wish to trade him for you. You should have the wish to be able to trade time to be able to fix it. It should not ever come down to a thought of you or him. I should have been able to live my life, my father, and my husband. And you were right. You were completely right that it is not able to be fixed. This is not able to be right. We took from outsiders for our own. You both knew very clearly that I took trips for resources for our grove's aid. As soon as one of those outsiders that I brought in, not even just trampled in unexpectedly, I brought in, your distrust became so overwhelming that your first thought was anger and aggression. Knowing this, it's maybe a quarter understandable, but after all they had done for us.
Your mother says, well, perhaps some changes are in order.
What changes?
Well, and she kind of looks to your father. If you and your friends don't have any goals, or if you don't have anything immediately pressing, the Grove could use a new leader. Though I feel it should be done in the old ways.
Please just speak your mind and stop dancing around it.
My apologies. Before, when your grandmother was a leader, there was no immediate passing of the torch. There was a journey that was taken, and upon returning to the Grove, they would lead the Grove into a new era, from one elder to the next. I did not take in this because your grandmother forbade us journeying out and possibly destroying the Grove in some other way that I could not have foreseen. But in her superstition and fear, I was just handed the baton, in a sense. I do not know what this journey entailed because she would never tell me. But if you should choose, you should take this journey, I think.
When does a decision need to be made?
Well, whenever you decide. I can run the Grove at your behest, or I will guide people as best as I can until we return, but should you return after whatever this is, you would lead the Grove as if you wanted to. I do not wish to force anything on you. It could be a chance to make up for what has already been done. At least start.
This would not be for me. It would be for the next generation. Because the next generations deserve to know knowledge that is outside of our trees, really.
I
Because
agree.
imagine what would have happened had we trusted those around us instead of just our internal. Those of the grove couldn't have held their own. Imagine if we had ventured out and continued to strengthen the relationships with the towns around us. Maybe not even 4 would have died.
I agree.
The decision will not be made hastily, but I will let you know.
Well, I understand. Should you decide...
Until then, promise to just be my mother and not the leader, not the seer. Just my mother, just my father. And you and I are still on shaky ground.
I understand. Well, I would have nothing more than to be just your mother. Can I hug you?
From my father or from my mother?
Mother.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she comes over, big Firbolg hug.
I'm gonna tug on her bad arm to see if it is loose at all. Just as
Are
a
you doing it
child
sneakily?
reaction.
Sneakily?
Yeah. Yeah.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, okay. A child's reaction, man. All right. You said sneak or stealth.
No, sleight of hand. It should be the same
Fuck.
thing.
Okay, well I did. Well.
5.
Yeah, it is.
So,
all right. Well, this is going great.
You go to pull, and it's a bit
She noticed.
more firm than you would have liked to have done. And she says, "Ow, it still hurts, Ravelly."
You need an herbal tea. One with the greenest of the herbs.
I need my arm not to be pulled on. At least for a little bit longer.
Okay. Well, somebody has to make sure it's not to fall off.
Well, I'm glad it's you.
Yeah, you would rather it be me than the healer that we have.
Well, he does his best.
He has man hands.
He does
has
his
man
best.
hands.
That is fair.
He has man hands.
Yes. Well, I will go ahead and tell you. If you wish to take this journey, I do not know where to start. But I know someone who might. We have a sister tribe. To the northeast of here, there is a tribe called the Drashari. Let me check something quick.
How do you spell that?
Drashari, Drashari.
Me too.
They reside somewhere within the Hiravel wilderness. But last I heard, the elder there was good friends with your grandmother, and so she might know. Or he might. I'm not even really sure who they are. But I was told the elder there, that might be the best place to start. But
Okay.
in your own time. Don't feel rushed.
It would be cool to meet a sister tribe.
I agree. Just think of everything that we could learn from them.
I might seek them out for reasons not necessarily for a journey, but yeah.
Very well. As you wish.
Is there a way to quickly get back? Like, to teleport here? Since we have
yes.
The pond.
Well, it might be more than the pond. I am not powerful enough for this spell. but I have heard of a spell that allows you to travel via trees. I am not. It feels as though in my time of sleep I have lost some of my strength. But
an eternal slumber will do that to you.
Yes, I've noticed. My days are perpetually foggy, hazy, and groggy. So, clearer by the hour, though. So, we'll figure it out. But it seems your friends also have some stuff that they would like to do. So, as I said, take your time, see the world. But make sure to greet the world with open arms.
Yes.
And she kisses you on your forehead and backs off, and your father just kind of I am also proud of you. I know it may not mean much, but I am proud beyond words to be your father.
I don't know how to be your daughter right now.
That's fine. That's fine. And then
Drink
your
more
mother.
tea with Mom.
What?
Drink more tea with Mom.
I will do that. And then your mom chimes in at this point with a more somber or more stern tone. She says, I did want to ask, so what did you find? What did you see beneath the grove?
I am going to go into detail about all the damage that the boo made.
I cast Exposition. Well, I see.
There's a lot of knowledge lost.
Well, that means there's also still knowledge to be gained.
Always.
Well, seems that's another thing your grandmother forgot to mention.
Maybe Grandma had one too many visions and
It seems that way.
them.
One too many.
Well, I'm sure your friend that's been listening to us is eager to hear what you actually have to say. Kirik, and you hear this as well. You've heard the whole conversation. So as she
I
says,
thought I heard parts. I wasn't trying to.
well, at a 15, yeah, you would have been able to hear enough. And so you hear her say, I'm sure your friend that's been listening to us is eager to hear the rest of everything.
They're all
I'm
nosy.
not gonna go in. I'm just gonna wait till she comes to get me.
Well,
And I'm just gonna druid craft the beads to reveal them.
like the leaves.
I thought it was like sitting down, like away.
Oh, I thought he was like right
So
at the
you're like outside, basically.
Yeah, because it's like a
So imagine a
bead
big
doorway.
hollowed out tree trunk, a parting in the tree with like leaves as a bead doorway, essentially. You're
Okay.
outside, just kind of sitting down,
Oh, okay.
just kind of sitting there waiting on Ravelly, half listening, half not, but hearing enough to be like, oh.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a debrief later.
So with that, I'm still gonna wait until I'm gestured to come in.
Yeah. Your mother, very high perception. Well, I need to help tend to the grove, so if you and your friends wish to stay as long as you want, feel free.
Thanks, Mom.
No problem. Well, dear, we should get back to it. And you can roll an insight check.
Oh, fuck.
You're good at these. Should be anyways.
Vibe check.
You know what? I'm just gonna redo that.
Okay.
I'm lucky for that.
Okay.
What the? Okay. It almost landed on a 1 for a second, and I was pissed.
17. You can very clearly tell she was not okay with what your father did in any capacity or sense. And so things are still very tense between them. Like, you can tell there's still love there. But it's
But she don't like him.
It's
Mhm.
it's a tense situation that she is still learning to navigate herself. But with that, she heads off to help the rest of the grove, and she steps out and she looks down at you. Ravelly, how tall is your mom? Is she the same height as you, or a bit shorter?
I'd say that I probably got my height from my mother since my father.
Yep. So, 7.5 foot tall woman just looks down at you, Kirik. Hello.
Thank you for the breakfast.
No problem. And she just walks off. Father walking out shortly after. Ravelly, you exiting.
I am going
I
to
stand
look
up
at
when
everybody.
she comes out.
Well, Callum, what have you and your brother been doing during this time? Would you gone off somewhere to have a conversation?
We'll say yes.
Okay. So you walk out and it's just Kirik out there.
So how'd it go?
We should probably go back to my tree.
Okay. Do we need Callum?
I would assume we should probably tell him and know.
Okay, let's summon the troops.
Well, while this conversation's been happening, Callum, you and your brother have gone. I'll say you guys just went off. Would you have gone to the reflection pool, or would you have just found some other spot?
We probably yeah, we'll say reflection pool. I
Okay.
think that's the best spot.
So heading to the reflection pool, he sits down and he says, "Well, I'm sure you have questions and I have questions, so I don't really know how to start this.
Beats me too.
Uh,
Yeah.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
tell you what, how about we do this? Look, go ahead.
How was city life?
It was alright. Father had me training constantly, just to keep me busy while he was off doing, I'm trying to think of the term right now. I cannot think of it.
Delegate business.
While he was off counseling. But, I mean, it was wonderful. Had a nanny that was there at my every whim. Trainers, teachers, the whole 9 yards. Bit lonely.
Sounds fun.
It was.
Uh,
It could be.
yeah.
I grew up inside of a temple,
Oh,
a Dawn Father temple.
oh, interesting.
Yeah. Considering, what you told me about being kidnapped
Yeah,
when I was younger.
yeah. I'm still not 100% on that whole situation as well. Um, well, do you still hold faith with the Dawn Father, or is
Oh, immensely. Well,
all right?
I do hold faith with the Dawn Father.
Well, that's something. Yeah, it's never
Yeah.
never quite one for faith myself, but I do enjoy helping
Yes.
others. So I guess it's kind of where my conviction lies.
Yeah. My conviction is also somewhat in that aspect.
And you see he's got like this dice that he keeps like turning over in his fingers. It's almost like he's focusing on that as to not, because he doesn't know what else to do.
He's stimming. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so it seems like you've had a rough few weeks trying to track us. I'm sorry we dodged you for so long.
Yeah, that was something. Um, yeah, following your trail wasn't hard. I'm just still trying to figure out where you guys went.
Oh, we went to Nara.
Oh, yeah, there was no way I was getting you there.
Yeah, we teleported there somehow. I forget. Oh no, it was from Adrenis. Teleported us there.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Were you meaning to go there?
No.
Oh. Gotcha.
Yes, very accidental things happened. But we made it nonetheless, and actually in a pretty good spot to where we needed to be.
All right.
We really needed to be here during the solstice, correct?
Yes. Ah.
Yeah.
Understand. That's why you were trying. Gotcha. Yeah, well, after you teleported, I remember you guys saying something about a grove and a forest, and so after heading to town, I talked to people, got some rough directions on where a grove might be in the forest, and then made my way through, trying to figure out how to survive in the forest on my own for days. Had teachers for a lot, not for that. So that was
life skills. They're never bad to have.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Do you do this all the time?
In what regard do you mean
Surviving
all the
in the
time?
forest by yourself or like with your group for days on end? Because this is a lot. This is
Yeah, a little bit.
Whew.
Well, sometimes we're in city, sometimes we're not. If we're traveling, yeah, we're outside, of course.
Gotcha.
But normally, if we're in a town, we don't just stay outside just to stay outside.
Gotcha.
But I don't know really where we're going from here, so you're welcome to come along and hang out, of course. Growl.
Are you sure they'd be okay with that?
They don't care who comes and goes normally. But we can ask. I can ask.
All right. I mean, I have nothing else to do, and I can heal whatever wounds you all may take, and with some other abilities, but if yeah, I have some healing capabilities.
What is he technically?
You don't know. It's fun. It's fun. Move your camera up What have you been doing since? I don't know. I don't really know what to ask
Well,
here.
yeah. So I mean, a lot of stuff happened. I'm kind of on my own now. I lived in not Port Fawcett. I lived in
Hoffman.
Hoffland for quite a while.
Oh, we visited there a few times. I think.
Yeah, I was mostly at the temple of the Dawnfather.
That's
I
good.
I had
Makes sense.
I had a few friends. One, they basically both work at a smithy right now. One's a gnome and then one's a Goliath.
Well,
Other than that, I don't have too many people elsewhere now.
I don't think I've ever met a Goliath.
Yeah, he's back in the smithy. I can take you there whenever I go tomorrow or later today.
I'd love to meet any friends you have. Were you going today?
I think so, as long as everybody else agrees, or if anybody else needs to do anything there.
All right.
But I have armor I can pick up. We recently killed a beast under this here village.
I think I heard some of the people, some of the villagers saying something.
You
want to
you want to see its head? I have its head.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, here. It holds your nose though. It's gonna reek probably. I need to get rid of it. It's probably spoiled.
Okay.
And so then I like bring half the head out a little bit.
Oh my gods. Oh wow, you were not wrong. That is foul.
Yeah, I told you to hold your nose.
Yeah, that's rough. Do you mind putting it away? That's a lot.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I put it away.
Oh,
It's starting to burn my mouth.
It's a smell that somehow gets in the back of your throat.
Hey, you'll get used to it.
I don't know if I want to. Well,
I fully introduced you to everybody, right?
no. I got bits and pieces from conversations, but the tall one is Ravelly. We stayed in her house. This is her home initially.
Yes.
And the tiefling man, his name is nowhere to be found. He lost it. What is the situation with that?
No, his name's Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Yeah, he's fine with
Just
Nowhere. But you can ask him for specifications later on.
Just Nowhere.
Just Nowhere.
Okay.
At least I don't remember. I think I ever heard his last name, or if not, I forgot.
Well, that sounds.
Or his surname, I should say.
Interesting.
Then the flame ball over there, his name is Kirik.
Okay.
I thought we weren't near him yet.
No, you're not. So, this tree is probably. It was probably like a 5-minute walk to the grove or to the reflection pool. So, over there being like he knows what you mean.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
The Ganassi. He's from Nara, correct?
Yes.
Judging by his getup.
Yeah, he's from Nara.
Gotcha. We did a few trips there as well. It's a wonderful country.
That was my first time there. I've mostly been secluded in the forest, or hiding. Well, I wouldn't. We'll say hiding, but like I've been pretty much solo from certain points of aid in the woods, traveling further. Oh, look at this! I pull up my ring.
Interesting. Are you wearing?
And I throw it on.
Okay. You throw it on, and hair goes brown eyes. He says, "That's what he meant by someone who looks similar to me, but not the same. I understand now." Interesting.
Yeah, I was more so in hiding. There's a group after me for some reason. They say I'm a key. so I was trying to stay for the most part hidden, but now they come at me, you know.
Oh,
It's yeah, it's not the greatest thing, but that's just kind of what I've been dealing with, I suppose I should say.
I'm sorry to hear that. I feel like an ass now that I've said that. I
Oh no
grew up in such luxury.
worries.
I apologize.
Oh no, not at all. You don't need to apologize. We were raised two different ways.
Clearly. Well.
And it's neither of our faults, really.
Yeah.
But it's good to know that I have family still.
Yeah.
I mean, I can take you to when we get into town. I lived with this family. They're basically like my. It's basically like mom, pop, brothers type stuff there, though.
I would love to meet them. I anything to know more about you. I'd love to know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And if whoever this group is tries to come after you, your friends seem like they're in the same boat, but I will also throw my hat in and say they will not get you while I'm around. I won't lose you again.
I don't plan on going nowhere.
Good to hear. At this point, you, Ravely and Kirik, you are approaching after Ravely's whole conversation, and he sees all of you. There they are now. Hello. That was a tense breakfast. Kind of shouting. Everything go all right?
Yeah. Apparently.
Can't you?
She's listening.
Okay.
She had to go do something. She sent a message.
Nice.
She's got her headphones on.
BRB
though.
will have yours on. Got it.
Yeah. Basically, there's something that she needs to tell us, so we need to go find Nowhere and go back to her treehouse.
Ah, God. Jump scare.
Boogity boogity.
It went from nothing to, but, you guys approach, and he says, well, Callum?
Oh. Yes. Oh, by the way, what did Father say my name was? Oh wait. Never mind. Well, I'll wait on that one. I don't think I'm ready to hear it yet.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can talk more at another time. That seems though your friends have more pressing matters.
Not most likely. Sometimes.
All right. Well, Miss Ravely, lead the way. It wasn't in a sense of like royalty. It was just being nice, genuinely.
You're fine. Sorry, what was that in regards to?
No, he was just. Colby was saying he wasn't saying it in a way of like royalty, like referring to that. It was just a general sense of being nice, saying Miss Ravely.
Oh, the Miss Ravely. I was like, what? Okay, that's okay. Yeah. So basically.
You guys back in your house,
I
or?
don't- Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm not going to talk about this just out in the grove.
All right. Head back to your house. Nowhere is there, thumbing through his spell book, kind of making notes in certain spots. Oh, hello. What, do we know what the plan is?
No.
Good. Same as usual, I see.
Yeah, it's kind of our thing.
I
very-
plan on going to town today. I have to pick up my armor that we had commissioned.
Oh, so we do have.
How far into town? Or how far is it
Just-
to town? Isn't it like a day or two
It's like
travel?
a day.
Close to it.
Yeah.
Our
I don't
What
mind
time
doing
is it
that.
now? It's
Still
pretty
have
early.
You guys woke up at like
I have-
10-ish. breakfast, conversations, probably around 11:30.
So, Ravelly wanted to tell us something, and then I have something after that.
Okay.
2 things after that, actually.
I don't know how much I told you guys. I know that I told Kirik, but my dad killed my betrothed,
Oh.
right?
And
Mm-hmm.
that's why we don't like
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Adrian's like, oh, so we were sitting
Th-
in
th-
bed.
this-
Okay.
Now we
this is new
understand where
for
it's
us too.
hint. Yeah.
He never told us this
I
part.
understand. This is a lot.
Mm-hmm. Kirik was the only one who knew, because he and I realistically started traveling maybe like 2 months
A
after,
month?
2 or 3. Yeah, somewhere about that. It all
Oh
kind
no,
of
yeah,
blurs
after,
together.
yeah, but we were traveling probably a month, a couple weeks to
Yeah.
a month before we met the rest of the group.
Yeah. So like 2 to 3 months after. So I told him that apparently my grandmother on my dad's side saw a vision basically of the destruction of the grove at, Sanguinius's hands, and didn't, say, hey, it's gonna be a giant squid monster man. It's going to be she just said it's gonna be an outsider. My father saw all outsiders as a threat, even though we took advantage of, their generosity. So I not only got an apology, but also found out that we have a sister, tribe, and got encouraged to start taking the journey to become the leader of this tribe. Mind you, literally nobody knows how to take this journey because my grandmother wouldn't tell anybody how to do it. So she gatekeeps knowledge, gatekept knowledge is fine. We're not mad.
So
So do we need to kill your father?
No,
Chill out.
we like my mother too much.
This is nowhere. All right. Well,
so what's the
Let
deal
me
with
know.
this journey? Are we going back to the Feywild, or like, do we not know where the tribe is?
So
Like, what
From-
makes the journey hard?
we don't know an exact area, like an exact location per se, but the Hiravel Wilderness.
she said northeast, Hiravel Wilderness. Yeah.
But we don't know like an exact pin.
Okay. My 2 things, based on what your mom said, the people from my homeland should not be here,
Yeah,
and yet
and
they
those
were.
were fresh.
Yes. Way too fresh for 50 years. So something is going on back home. Not that I want to go there, but something is going on enough so that they're coming to the mainland. And I
You
don't
still
know
got loved
why.
ones there, right?
I do. But still pretty soon.
Garrick, do you think Croesus would have any information?
He might. We could check.
He might know somebody who does.
True. Maybe I could send some letters through him. There's like some sort of postal service.
Maybe.
Or you can just go visit him whenever I go.
No, like send letters home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
The other thing, Callum,
Yes.
you mentioned, or I overheard, when we first met your brother, and in general, you were kidnapped. Right?
I don't
Wait.
think you heard that bit
Uh,
because that was like whenever he walked away to have that conversation, and you guys were making the jokes.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Never mind. Then I only had one thing. That was it.
Okay.
normally it's a rowdy bunch. I don't know where the questions went.
I think it's just been a
we
lot
can-
for the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
Good job.
What do you say we go to town, get your armor, see if we can talk to Croesus about my home, and in the meanwhile, we brainstorm about the Northeast and see if Croesus has information on that too. Because he did have maps of this area. Remember?
Yes.
So I definitely think it'd be worth a shot.
Yes, well, I would like to speak with him as well.
Are
Also,
the 5 of us ready?
I did have a question. Were you on fire?
Yeah. I don't really know how
Yeah.
that happened, but technically you were on fire too, and you died. You got
Yes.
turned to fucking dust. So how
I'm
did that
still
happen?
remembering and processing some of that. I will let you know at a later time.
Likewise.
So do you
All I
know
know
if you
is-
can do it again?
I'm pretty sure I can, but I'm afraid I'll get exhausted again because I was drained after that first time.
Well,
With practice, might it be easier?
Do you want me to try it now?
preferably not in the wooden
Mm-mm.
home.
Well, yeah, of course.
Just-
Maybe before we take off for your homeland.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That way you can get a full rest.
I didn't think.
I
Yeah, I
mean-
didn't think we were going back to the homeland anytime soon, unless we
we-
get pertinent information.
We did just finish a big thing. Maybe we take some time to rest, pursue other ventures. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's been a lot.
Have you met this group?
Yeah.
We're doom driven.
We kind of don't do lollygagging.
I would like to do some more research into, how do I say? Not research getting faster, but maybe some other classes. Because we kind of, right now, we have 2 people that can heal decently. We have
Gravely can
2
heal.
people. Yeah, Ravely and Callum. Well, I guess
Oh.
Adrian now too. Yeah, so 3.
Well,
By the way, Adrian, what
I-
are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm an
See, I told you.
Asimar?
They've already
Well,
included
no,
you.
like your class.
You
I'm a fighter. Your brother's a paladin. She's a druid.
I mean,
Are you like
I've-
a cleric or a
I've
paladin?
dabbled in a bit. I don't quite believe. I don't hold faith with any particular deity.
Okay.
No,
You could still be. I'm pretty sure you could still be a paladin and do that,
I
right?
was about to say I do. I am all right with the sword. Had many teachers. I'm still getting more used to it. But my real talent was in just magic. It was sort of an innate thing from when I was born. I was always better with
Oh. So
casting more than I was with
it
the
came
sword.
naturally for you. You didn't have to like study like nowhere.
I mean, not. I still had to train with it, but I.
Well, yeah.
No, I'm not of a learned sort. just
Yeah,
kinda-
you weren't like hunched over books like him. No offense.
Well, I can cast a fireball, so you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Says
I wonder. Can't you like cast a fireball that doesn't explode immediately? Or is that like a thing?
I believe it is, but I cannot do it. That seems
Do you
far too
think
complicated.
that if you could do it, you could throw it to me and then I could throw it? Almost like an alley-oop type
that is a
deal?
lot for a spell that I know nothing of the details and
When I'm in my
intricacies
fire
of.
form.
I have no idea. Well, that's something we can figure out later.
Because we did do that thing with my sword. That'd be really cool.
What about his sword? And what is he talking about that he was on fire?
It.
You'll see it.
stuff.
You'll see it eventually. Don't worry.
You don't
Okay.
have to
Being-
worry. It's
being- Yeah, it's an innate ability, kind of like a Dragonborn's fire breath.
Okay. Okay.
he likes to go off the rails sometimes about stuff.
And Miss Ravely, do you have any other odd abilities that you can do, or are you the one normal one?
I mean, she is 7.5 feet tall.
Oh,
Rip.
I don't think she meant to do that, but
No.
I don't know what just happened.
just coming back to the
Hey, do you guys know the do you know the original like clip? What that soundbite came from?
no.
No.
It's a fucking German kid talking about Coca-Cola
Oh my god.
and how he's like, I have a Coca-Cola, yippee!
That's
And
great.
that's what it comes from. It's some kid, German kid that doesn't even
Also,
speak English.
Side note: imagine it like in real life if somebody was just like, "Yeah, I'm a fighter," to describe what they do for work.
Fair.
Boxers.
Yeah, but you say,
Yeah.
"I'm a boxer." You don't say, "I'm a fighter."
Not necessarily.
Well, UFC guys say I'm a fighter.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's so funny to think about in context, like what class, like a class is.
Fair.
I don't know. It's just funny to me.
It's
Yeah.
fantasy.
I know. Let me let Vader out.
Also, in the question of if I'm normal, I'm just gonna go ahead and wild shape furnace just to be fiery as well, to keep with the theme that we got going.
Yeah, it's fantasy,
Nice.
but you also have to think this is real for these people.
Oh, he didn't have his earbuds.
Oh fuck! You
True.
didn't have your ears in, dude.
No, I didn't. I never. Why? You guys know this by now.
She
I
said she was
wasn't
gonna
paying-
wild shape.
Oh, you're
Into
gonna.
he was-
furnace,
he
so
was
that I
starry
keep
form?
with the starry form specifically into furnace, so I keep with the fire theme.
Yeah, you see, I can't do that, so I'm not worried about that.
Oh.
And I'm gonna go high five Kirik.
Okay.
Wait, you're asking if she's the normal one. You guys are the ones with angel wings out of your back.
Yes, but I don't
That's
catch on
just who
fire.
we are, though. That's just who
And
we
you
are.
said he came
Can't
back
help
from the
that.
dead.
I can't fly.
I mean, you technically can.
Technically, you bring
Okay,
people
not
back
as
from the
me.
dead, too.
This
I
is a
can fly as
lot.
an eagle.
I'm gonna be honest here. This is a lot.
How do you think we feel about the fact that he has a twin? A better
True.
twin.
That is fair. Yes, I am far
What?
handsomer.
What? That's 'cause
You
They look the
often
same.
talked about such like killing Pebble at the expense, like to save our lives. So you and I have beef.
Damn.
What?
I would save your life a million times over. Don't get me wrong, but you and I have beef.
Me?
Yes.
Wait, what did I do?
Wait, so question.
Yes.
If you guys are twins, okay? This isn't some freak magic accident thing. Why? Where did you go? And I point to Callum. Like, how
I
did
was
you
in a.
get separated?
I
from
was a
them?
Dawnfather temple.
I know
when
you
I-
told us that, but were you like surrendered?
Adrian doesn't
I-
say anything. He just looks to you, Callum.
Yeah.
5 check.
Make an insight check. Callum, you make deception or persuasion. You do not have to say which.
Oh, buddy, you're not getting it.
Oh well. What did you roll, Callum?
I got a
Uh,
19.
So, I'm gonna use persuasion. That's a 25.
No, I'd say
Oh,
don't say
fuck.
which. But so
Oh.
for future reference, if you want to have like where someone makes a vibe check and the person who is like trying to convince them of something, it's going to be persuasion or deception, but don't say which. So that way the person who's making the insight check doesn't know technically. Like the player making the insight. But you guys already knew
Well,
about it, so it's a
hold
moot
on.
point.
Yeah.
That's more for like, yeah, for future reference. That's how it'll probably work. But since
But
you guys
I got a
already knew about it,
19.
yeah, you got a 19. He got a
You
25.
got a 25.
I mean, he seems like he's telling the truth.
Okay. Really hoping I get this motherfucker lying through his teeth.
um. Well, how long is the trip to Hoffman? Adrian says.
Like a day, I think.
About a day? You're muted.
I forgot what I said now.
About a day travel. Trying to jog memory. How long to
Yeah, but we
Hoffman?
can. I can summon.
Callum got surrendered,
my-
but Adrian didn't for some reason.
Well, to like change subject, Adrian's like, so how long to Hoffman?
They say it's a day's travel, but I think we can get there quicker.
All right.
Where are our horses?
Yes, our horses. My horse. Giddy up. Where's he at?
Fine, Steve.
You sent them back.
Did we?
I
To
thought.
Hoffman?
What?
Well, not your summoned horse, because basically you
Yeah,
had
good.
someone was.
My
I think
warhorse
Kirik was
approach.
riding on Ravelly Wild Shaped,
Yep.
and Callum used summoned
Nowhere-
Steed, and Nowhere rode with him. So that was the way there.
Yeah.
On the way back. What is that? What do you have?
This motherfucker gotta get some Bluetooth headphones.
No, for fucking real. I
Oh.
swear we have a
Punk
conversation
bitch.
about that every
I
single.
hope you find this shit in the recording when you're editing.
Yeah,
That
fuck
was
you,
weird.
Kobe.
Broke ass.
I don't have
Hang on,
yours on.
listen.
Hang on.
No Bluetooth headphone.
Yeah,
having
get some
ass.
fucking ears,
Broke
bro.
ass. What?
I heard broke ass. I hate those fucking wireless shits. Anyways,
You need to get a set.
no, I have another set of earbuds right here waiting to be used once these break.
You need wireless earbuds, my guy.
Yeah.
I don't have Bluetooth on this thing. It's fine.
Okay.
On your
we- we-
computer?
I have a Bluetooth adapter.
Yes,
I don't
you do.
either.
You
I
can
don't- I
literally
don't.
download drivers for your motherboard.
I'm going to get
To
you a
get
Bluetooth
Bluetooth.
adapter for $20 on Amazon, and you know what?
Wait.
I'm gonna make sure your wife opens it, cause fuck
Camera's
you.
out of focus.
Do you have a Wi-Fi? No, you're. Yeah. Do you have a Wi-Fi motherboard?
No.
Like it's got the antenna plug-in.
No.
Well, either way, you can get
I don't-
USB
I don't either.
adapters for it.
Anyways, if I remember right, you guys came back here, and Ravelly, you sent your horse back, or something
That sounds
along those lines, because it was still too rough to take him into the forest.
Yeah, and I kind of value her life.
What about Adrenis? Isn't he still with us?
That is, thank you for saying that.
He could probably teleport us.
Yo.
Maybe nobody's asked about him though.
We should go check with him, see how he's doing. Ask about his wife.
All right.
What was her name again?
What is it?
Uh-huh.
Here? We trained under them.
Well, her
What is it?
name is
Whatever bullshit you can think of right now.
no.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Hang on.
Do, do, do,
Uh,
do, do, do,
I'm not gonna be able to fucking find this in time.
do,
I'm like, is there gonna be an obsidian? Because were we
No,
even doing
no,
obsidian?
I
back
made it
then?
up on the spot and did not write it down.
Oh, damn it.
Hang on, I might be able to find it.
I think Greg's killed people.
Valena.
He's got the teardrop.
Valena is what her name was.
That sounds right.
Yep. But if you want to go look around for Adrenis,
Let's go find him. See how he's doing. Ask about Valena.
Alright. Asking around, you find Adrenis in a hut that he was given for the night. He's actually packing bags. Or packing a bag that was given to him for whatever journey he may be about to go on. And as he's packing it, he sees you all. Oh, hello.
We were gonna head back to Hofflin if you want to go together.
Oh,
Or do you have plans? Because we never really got to talk about Valena.
Yes, I was actually getting ready to leave. I should have left this morning, but she's alive.
At home?
No.
Where?
No, he would have left. No, he couldn't have left. Sorry, I'm trying to think of logistics here.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, he would have been gone already.
Catch him on the way out.
Yeah, I'll say this morning you guys caught him on his way out in this same situation, probably before even breakfast. Just to private retcon, sir. But you catching him? Yes, I was given healing aids by some of your Grove people. She's alive, but she was being kept in Sanguinius' basement to lure me in. I need to go make sure she's okay and get her home.
So, Sanguinius' basement in the Feywild?
No, in his home within the Faesmere. Nowhere's old home.
Oh, I thought that was
The
in
basement
the
that you
Feywild.
guys were in.
Yeah,
No, it's in the Faesmere.
and we gotta pass. All right, can you put up a map? Don't we have to pass
Yeah,
by that
yeah,
on the way back
I-
to Hofflin?
I have no.
No, because that's from Port Fawcett to Hofflin. It's along that, right?
Hang on.
I faintly
I'm pulling
remember.
It up. I'm pulling it up. Estervel map. So, the Faesmere Forest is the big forest around Dreadmont.
Gotcha.
If you'll remember, I'm going to draw a little star. Do I have a star thing? I'll just do a little circle. I'm going to put a yellow dot around where that around there is where the cabin was. With-
Shit.
Yeah.
That is a trek.
Yes. But I was going to teleport there and get her so we can make the trek home. Or teleport our way home again the next day, because I can only do this once per day.
Okay.
I truly appreciate everything that you have all done. I will try to get in contact with you in the future, but I need to go get to her now.
Do you need help?
No, it's... Since Sanguinius has been dealt with, I just need to get to her and make sure she's okay.
Okay.
She was pretty bad when I
where
last...
was his home again?
Huh?
Wasn't his home in Hofflin?
No, it was outside of Corendon, which is to the south.
Outside of Current. Okay, I see it. I see it.
Another yellow dot.
Yep. And we're in the Helligwood right now.
Correct. And I'll put a green dot
Okay.
for about where you guys are. Alright.
Gotcha.
Rough estimations.
Well, I inform him of our plan to go to Hofflin and get his armor.
Well, this would have been in the morning,
check with Croesus.
so you wouldn't have had all this conversation, but
Yeah.
no,
We're probably gonna end up either staying here, going to Hoffland. We don't really know yet.
Well, I'll reach out via sending. Should.
Oh yeah, I forgot you wizards can do that.
I mean, others can do it as well, but he just looks to know where he's like, I'm glad you're okay. Same to you. Well,
We'll get back home safe.
this is gonna hurt, but it's good to see you all. And bamfs out. He's gone.
Gone.
Zip, 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 zip. Fast forward back to this conversation, and you guys are like, "What about Adrenis?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, he left this morning."
Yep.
But you guys taking horses?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Well, what horse are you gonna find?
I'm taking mine. Yeah, mine. I just have to call it. Mine's here.
Okay. And then Nowhere's gonna saddle up with you, or Adrian's gonna saddle up with you. Ravelly, you're gonna wild shape, or do we have your horse?
Because I was kind of trying to be flashy, I can only wild shape one.
You know what you can do? You do have conjure woodland beings.
Do I have that prepared?
I'll say with the morning you can have you can still, flexible swap your spells around.
It's still morning, yeah.
So you might be able to even get something faster than a horse. But
How many?
3 of something faster than a horse, maybe. I don't know.
Ooh. Got any flying creatures?
I don't know if she can do that yet. But if you don't want to go through the whole list, we can just say horses. Because there is a list.
Sorry. Take a minute. It disconnected me, then reconnected me, then disconnected me again.
Sounds like a skill issue.
We'll talk about that. It's fine.
What are you doing?
Trying to get to the thing. Alright, let me see what my CR is.
You're level 8.
Okay, so God, I want to make sure that I understand this. If I upcast it... Okay, no, I think I wasn't understanding that incorrectly.
If you want, we could just say horses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can do 4 beasts at... How mad would you guys be if we rode on the back of apes?
I'd rather not.
But they're fast.
I'd assume
fast?
that a horse would be better.
How fast?
Yeah, we can do a horse. It's just we do horses a lot. Yeah, let's do horses, fine. My friends are boring.
Okay. Well, are we setting out now?
That
Ravelly,
time
are
like
you?
the present.
Should you say
Yeah.
goodbye to your family?
Are we coming back here before we go elsewhere?
I'm unsure. This is all of you guys. I'm just here.
We might not. Depending on
Okay.
what Croesus says about Nara and about the village.
Then yeah, I'm gonna go looking for them just to give them a like quick hug goodbye.
Alright. So heading
We'll
out.
wait for you here.
So while you guys get all your stuff ready, Bradley, you head out. Your mom is helping clean up some of the destruction. You see her stand up. And she sees you. Oh, hello, dear. Can I help you with something?
Sorry, you guys can hear that in the background. Yeah, Mom, we're leaving.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know when we'll be back, but
That's perfectly fine. If you ever need me, feel free to reach out. I'm sure that you have your means. You'll find a way. I believe.
okay. If you ever need me, Sanine will guide your way.
I'm sure. Hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to look something up. Really? Right then. Well, good luck, and I hope everything goes your way. You have a bit of noodle right here, dear. Sorry. Sorry, just let me get that and just kind of like go like this. There you go.
You got me real good with that, by the way.
I'll let your father know. I love you, dear. Have fun.
I love you too, Mom. You'll see me. It just might not be soon.
Any amount I can. I would love to see. And with that, brings you into a big hug, and she wishes you off. It's about noon at this point. You guys are making your way through the forest, heading out.
Aye.
All right.
To Hofflin.
To Hofflin, you conjure horses. I will, for the sake of brevity, say that you guys get there. It's probably middle of the night. Probably like very early in the morning. If you guys want to make camp with the dome, you can.
We should probably do that. Make camp make camp at a reasonable hour in the night along the road.
Yeah.
So we get there in the morning.
All right. Well, that, unless there's anything you guys would like to do during the night, night goes by without anything happening. Wake up next morning, horse travel, get to Hofflin about midday, and the city is full of people. Not in the military sense that you've seen before, but people decorating. They seem to be getting ready for something that not 100% sure, but
Do I know what it is based on the time of year? If I
all of
history
you
check?
make a history check. And I need to check the calendar real quick.
10.
Ooh, I got a 16.
16.
You should
going,
know
I'm
you
sorry.
grew up here.
Yeah, actually, Callum, I'll say you make it with advantage.
You said it's a history check, right?
Yes.
Sorry, my cat came to me. I don't know it.
16 again.
Where was the shit?
16. Callum, you know exactly what this is. This is Hoffling getting ready for the Winter's Crest Festival.
Oh, this is the Winter's Crest Festival.
Winter's Crest being a time of giving gifts and taking...
It's Christmas.
No, legally, for reasons that we cannot say, it is not Christmas.
It's called, what's that
For
word you
copyright
just said?
reasons, it is Winter's Crest. I'm just kidding. It's Winter's Crest is what it is in Critical Role, so I just...
Word.
Oh, copyright. Okay.
Yeah. Copyright infringement is a hell of a thing. But it's Winter's Crest.
This is the Skellige music from The Witcher 3.
Nice.
Shit,
Oh,
fire.
Nerd.
But
Fuck you. It's good music.
Kat, you have to leave at 8, by the way. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could give us a wrapping up point here in a bit. But making it in, as you enter the city, it has started to snow as well. A true shift in tone and atmosphere from everything you faced in the last few days. Why do you pick the loudest toy every time I'm playing D&D? Just give me a dumbass
Because
look.
Tim's a good boy, alright?
He is. He is very. He's all right. But can I see that? Can I see that? Yoink! Take one of the other toys that doesn't have crinkly shit in it. But with that, you make your way into the city. What are you guys doing first? There's the armor, visiting the family. There's Croesus. Whatever else you guys want to do, finding a place to stay for the night.
We should probably get the armor, or no, we should probably go see Croesus first and then grab the armor. Because those places close at a certain time.
Very well. So you said armor first. I completely blanked.
I'm gonna say Croesus first.
Croesus. Oh,
Give us some direction.
okay.
Any objections?
Mm-mm.
No.
Because Christmas is probably going to be, yeah.
Croesus is the town guard captain.
They seem to know him fairly well.
Kind of, sort of, not
Decently.
really.
Okay. Well,
This is his sword I have to give back now.
oh, well. Let's go then. So you off. Heading to the, I need to look up the fucking, I think it's Platinum Keep.
I keep wanting to call the sword Dan. Not Steel Dan. It's like Steely Dan.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I keep like, oh yeah, Dan. No, it's Steel. Fuck.
Steele is offended by you saying that.
I don't hear anything.
Platinum
so.
Keep. It is the Platinum Keep. I was right the first time. So make your way to the Platinum Keep. Inside its inner walls, you make your way to the main Crown's Guard office. And the same man that has greeted you before, he says, yeah, he's upstairs. Give me a minute, I'll go. Yeah. Heads upstairs. A few moments pass. Comes back down. Yeah, he can see you. I don't know. No, not. And he runs off to put out some fire, as he is usually doing.
That guy's a very good worker.
In a city that runs this well, there is somebody stressing about it all of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So making your way up. I'm assuming all of you are here for this.
Yep.
All right. So heading in the office, you see Croesus there doing some paperwork. Not 100% sure. Seeing as the paperwork has piled up in the time since you last saw him, and he says, "Well, considering it's past the solstice, I take it you all completed your mission. Everything's good. Everything's well.
Yeah, best it can be.
Sometimes that's all you can ask for. Well, I see you've held up your end of the deal. Looks to you, Callum.
Yes, I did.
And Steele already saying in your mind, Sire, I wish for you to know that spending this time with you has been an honor and a privilege. Now I must continue my watch.
Mine too.
Is he talking to you again?
He is.
Yeah,
You should really use him more often. He's a pretty good sword.
Well, I'll think about it. But
He actually saved some lives. He revivified one of the tribe chiefs.
that's good to hear. Well, he puts a hand out.
I give steel back.
You place steel in his large, clawed hand. And he just takes it, and he kind of holds it for a second. All right. Welcome back, friend. And he places it on the table. Well, since no one else will really know of your accomplishments, I did want to give you all something. I can't do a whole lot, but I don't use it anymore, or ever. And you see him rifle through a drawer, and he pulls out a piece of parchment that's wrapped up with some sort of seal on it, and hands it to somebody, whoever wishes to take it.
I will take
I'll
it.
take it. Or he will take it.
Kirik, you take it. The scroll.
What is it?
Well, when I took over the position of head of the Crown's Guard, I figured I should stay close to to my office, but the Empire insisted that I also have a home outside of the city that I have never used. It's probably fallen into disrepair, but what you're holding is the deed to it.
Oh.
Yeah. Do with it as you will.
But you don't go there at all?
I've never been there.
Ever?
I take that back. I was there once for them to show me where it was, and then have never been back. I choose to live within the city.
It's not in the city here?
No, it was a gift from someone higher up that thought I should have a vacation home. But
Oh.
You know what a vacation is?
No. I choose to work instead.
Hi, Grizzly.
But I know it's not much, but
No, that is a good bit. Definitely.
considering what you
where
said
is
you've
it?
gone up against, this feels like not much. I will mark it. He gives you directions for it, and I will go ahead and put a little red dot.
You fuck! Not so hard. Damn.
About there.
Okay.
They felt that I should have something away, but I don't see any reason for that. So, it's all yours. I never cared for it. So
Thank you.
do with that as you will.
We appreciate it. If it really feels like not much for us, then you could give us some information to help as well.
What are you wanting to know? I can do my
So-
best.
While with the druids in the forest, we found out that Ravelly here has a sister tribe somewhere to the northeast of like where her tribe is. Do you have any maps or an inkling of where they might be? Or have you heard anything about it?
You see a look of recognition.
What were they called again, Ravelly? Something with a D. It's like dress something.
Just Shari, and they might be like in the Hiravel wilderness still.
Well, that's way, way north.
I know of it. I've never been there
No,
myself,
stinky butt, stop.
but I have an inkling of where it might be. Let me see if I can find any reports.
Let me mark it on your map here.
He lumbers, standing tall. As he does, it seems like his whole body seems to, like, tendons snapping and muscles pop, ankles cracking. You know how, like, whenever we crouch down now, everything in our ankles and knees pop.
Our knees and ankles, yeah.
It's that times 10.
Yikes.
He stands up and heads over to his cabinet and starts thumbing through some reports of some kind.
While you're in there,
Yes.
the other thing. So when we were going through the woods to like find the tribe, we found people from my country.
And as
They
he's
should not have been
thumbing
there.
through, he kind of stops. And he keeps going. Where were they at?
They were on the way to Ravelly's village, so I'm guessing we were at like the eastern side of the Helligwood. Because we were coming from Hofflin, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm assuming eastern side of the Helligwood. They got torn apart by a Boulier.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll make a note of it.
I have one of their notes,
May I see it?
but yeah, it didn't really have a whole lot on it.
Stops what he's doing, takes it, reads over
Hold
it.
on, I gotta take this shit to the kitchen. He won't leave me alone.
Okay.
I'm listening though. I got my headphones.
Reads over, folds it up. Very well. Have you told anybody else about this?
I have not. Only her mother. Because, you know, I'm seeing, you know, hey, why were they here? Because I know nothing of this.
Understood. Try to keep this to yourself. I don't wish to incite any panic.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me know. But you'll be wanting this, and he hands you what looks like a region map for the region you were talking about. And he says, I don't have specific locations, but a general inkling in the direction might help.
Okay.
I'll draw a circle.
That works.
I didn't say it would be small. Well, if
But
that's
you
all,
don't have any insight into why they were here, just that it's not normal, like I think.
I'm not sure. I don't have any information on this. That I know others that might be closer to this, but I would have to reach out.
Keep us updated, please,
I will do
because
my
if
best.
stuff
but
is going
I'm
on at home.
managing a lot right now. I am trying to figure
Yeah.
several other things out in the moment. Well, that's all. I have much I need to get to.
One last thing, and then we'll be out of your hair.
Yes.
Do you know of... Gonna be stupid. Do you have like a postal service here?
Yes.
Like, if I need to send a letter home,
Sending
to
it to your
Nara.
home may be difficult. It may cost more, but it should
okay,
be able to
but
be
definitely doable.
done. Yes.
Okay.
He gives you directions to a local postal service.
Okay, thank you. And we'll let you get back to work.
Yep. And you actually recognize the name of his postal service. You've been to a different branch. It is One Misty Step.
Oh,
The shipping
yeah!
company.
Yep, for the
Um,
boots.
Yep.
That we no longer have.
Well,
By the way, Colby, I'm gonna be completely honest. After watching Vox Machina, like season 2,
Hmm.
Vax, I'm really considering specking into Assassin Rogue now. Like most definitely.
Nice.
At least 4 levels in so that I can get Assassin.
Yep. And I'm gonna leave it there for this session. That way, if Bryce has any questions that he wants for Croesus, we don't have to.
Private retcon.
Yeah, we can just kind of leave it there.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a good stopping point.
I would agree.
And we'll pick up your armor next session.
Okay.
But you guys have a house.
What armor did you even
or
leave with?
something.
Yeah.
You have no
Storage.
idea what condition it is.
I wonder if there's a teleportation circle.
That would be cool.
That'd be dope.
So,
Can nowhere even do that yet?
not yet. So I'm going to let you guys know. This will be using a variant or like a bit of tweaking of the 2024 Bastion rules for your home.
Okay.
But I think I've talked to you guys all about before, where you guys can kind of customize it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's depending on what condition it's in. You have no idea.
Mystical Mansion spell? Question mark.
That's much higher level.
No, but same principle. Like
No.
Well,
no.
not
This
same
will take
principle.
time to do.
Okay.
Time and money.
Oof.
So,
How much money do we have?
I don't know.
I don't
Hopefully
have much.
enough. I have a lot. I
Oh, yeah,
I
we
kind of like
did.
being the little donation center.
We didn't have the SSR this time.
Yeah, the
The Soviet Savings Resources or whatever.
yep.
Or SSA.
Yeah, that
Soviet
was
savings
Kat's
account.
job last campaign, but she was gone
What?
for half of it, 90% of it. So we didn't have our money the whole game.
Yeah.
All right, and then it's kind of karma feels right for me to be the one with the most money right now that keeps giving it out to folks.
How much you got?
Oh, shit ton. Hold on.
Yeah,
Platinum.
a shit ton.
I'm going. Hold your horsies.
But
Platinum specifically 23.
24. How much gold?
679.
681.
Fuck. Okay.
Silver?
the wizard does not have that. I'm gonna tell you that
81.
right now.
54. Copper?
94.
1.
I used to have that.
Okay. Okay.
So I think
So
I've
we're, like,
got you
right
beat
at the
by
same
just
level.
a little bit.
Your
Yeah.
brother's like,
Like maybe 1
that's
gold
all you guys
piece.
have?
Who said that?
No, it was like Adrian types it. That's all you guys have?
I
Anyways,
The best
yeah,
is
it's
do be
still.
hoarding
I'm gonna
the
be honest.
monies.
I'm trying not to metagame with the 19, but it's still not sitting right. Like, you got surrendered, but your twin brother didn't.
that's crazy. That seems like something you should bring up at some point that you still don't keep in the back of Kyric's mind for him to
Understand?
ask about later.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm gonna start recording now.
because like I believed it, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.